Hey everyone and welcome back. Today we are going to have a look at one of the best RTX 3090s, the ASUS ROG Strix RTX 3090 OC Edition. Now that finally the GPU prices come down to earth, almost, I was looking for an update from the Zotac RTX 3070 Ti. And the ASUS ROG Strix 3090 was a perfect choice for me, considering that I'm not going to use it only for gaming. Sure, there is also the RTX 3090 Ti, but I think that's too much, even for creators who are going to use it for other tasks. That to me doesn't make too much sense. Inside the box, there is a little ROG ruler, the ROG card, some manuals, and the GPU itself. I was expecting, to be honest, considering the premium target and the dimensions, and also the weight of this GPU, some power cables, and a vertical GPU holder, but they are not here. With that said, let's take a closer look at this beast of a GPU. The ROG Strix 3090 OC Edition have 10,496 CUDA cores, 328 Tensor cores, 82 RT cores, 24GB of GDDR6X of memory with a bandwidth of 936 GB per second. The core clock of the OC Edition can boost up to 1890 MHz, but as you might know, the NVIDIA Boost clock will allow us to reach 1950 or 1980 MHz. This, as usual, depends from GPU to GPU and temps. So really you can throw any video game, video editing software and machine learning tools. This little monster will handle it easily. ASUS with the ROG Strix 3090 has done an amazing job in terms of build quality. The PCB has premium MOSFETs and the VRM are one of the best in the RTX 30 series. In terms of dissipation and temps that will directly influence the performances, there is a giant heatsink that ASUS calls it Max Contact. There are 3 fans of 92mm with the one in the middle that has a reverse rotation. These fans have 0 dB features and are not going to spin unless the temp of the core is reaching 50 degrees Celsius. The metal backplate has these holes here to better dissipate all the heat. The build quality is well done. Don't get me wrong, other brands have done an amazing job too with the 3090s, but I think that ASUS with the ROG Strix is maybe a step ahead. This beefy GPU needs a lot of power. The TDP is 450 watts. And the recommended power supply is 850 watt. But I suggest a 1000 watt, so just to be sure that eventually power spikes aren't going to shut down the system. For delivering all this power, we have 3 8-pin connectors. This is also the only GPU of the 30 series that supports the SLI, if you're never gonna use it. So here we can find the NVLink. Next to it, there is this P and Q small button. P stands for performance and Q for quiet. This will change the default fan curve and allow the car to be more or less quiet, and this will influence the temps and consequently the performance. I leave it on P and manage the fan curves through the MSI Afterburner, or you can use the ASUS GPU Tweak utility if you prefer. There are 3 display ports and 2 HDMI 2.1, so we can connect all monitors we want. Strangely, there is no USB-C port. At the end of the PCB, there are 2 PWM fan connectors, in case we want to connect our case fans and sync them all together. And at the top there is this RGB strip with a GeForce RTX name near to it. Now, the piece of plastic with a GeForce name on it can be removed if you have issues with the cable management. The ASUS ROG Strix 3090 OC Edition is a giant of a GPU, and you need to have at least 3 PCI slots in your case to install it. The dimensions are 31.85 cm long, 14.01 cm in height, and 5.78 cm in width. You can install it as usual, but I highly recommend this kind of GPUs to install it in vertical if you have a case that allows it. That will be beneficial for the temps and the sounds of the fan. Of course, don't install it vertically if the fans are not having enough clearance with the side panel. In that case, would be the worst. Now let's go and make some tests with the GPU, starting with some synthetic bench and then some in-game bench too.
another fight in you?
Glide bob ready at your order.
Got another fight in you?
Before 18. What do you gotta do early?
Eddie's true.
Fast.
Better to send
Have
someone
to
who's on their way out already.
Where's the bitch? NCP! Ultra fire!
Reloading!
Don't want to leave a trail right back to camp.
You know, we're gonna need to come up with a better story for that scar. So, freezing, bleeding, starving, damn near getting eaten to death ain't good enough for you.
Here, let's cross to the left.
Yeah, come on. Let's push hard and get back.
See those buildings up ahead, John? That's where we camped. Nearly there.
As we can see, this GPU is a beast and can handle whatever you throw at it without any issues. Video games, video editing, streaming, and so on. You can game in 4K, in high or ultra details, in every current title and surely others coming up in the next future. Nvidia claims that the 3090 can also handle 8K gaming, but I think that for now it's a little bit early for the 8K gaming. ASUS with this GPU has done an amazing job, and hands down this is one of the best 3090s out there. Sure, there is the 3090 Ti, but do you need that? Finally, the prices are going back to normal, and this might be a good moment for those who want to upgrade from the 10 or 20 series. I believe this GPU might be somehow a good choice also for the 14 series coming out this year, especially if the rumors will be confirmed regarding the TDP. Of course, if you are only gaming or streaming, a 3080, 12 gigs or a 3080 Ti would be more than enough. This is more at the range of the Titans, so it's amazing for gaming, yes, but it's also something more specific for the content creators. Now, is the ASUS ROG Strix 3090 OC edition amazing? Yes. Has any issue? Yes. The most important is coil whine. No matter what you guys do, cables, power supply, BIOS or switch between quiet and performance, coil whine will be there. Nothing to worry about. That will not damage the GPU or any other component. Keep in mind that this happens when you are gaming or doing demanding tasks. In normal use that will not happen. This is not the only GPU that has coil whine. Others that I have tested have it too. But this is a high-end GPU and I wouldn't expect it to be there. Maybe changing the thermal pads or installing a water block can mitigate that, but then you can compromise the warranty. Another thing are the accessories that are, or better say, are not in the box. The ruler is a nice thing, but not useful. A GPU vertical stand and a couple of extension 8-pin cables would have been useful. That's all for this review of the ASUS ROG Strix 3090 OC edition. If you enjoy watching this video, I would so much appreciate if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Thanks for watching.